Welcome to the Positive Pants Podcast. Mindset, motivation and inspiration to help you find your positive pants. It's time to let go of negative thinking, understand why you do what you do, and stop the self-sabotage with your host, Fran Excel.
Welcome to the show. As always, it's Fran Excel, your resident subconscious success mentor, helping you find your very own pair of positive pants so you can get out of your own way and live a life that you love. If you want to stop self-sabotaging your own success and let go of the stress, then you are in the right place, my friend. Make sure you download your free Stressed to Success guided meditation at bit.ly/stress to success as my little gift to you just for being here. Please do subscribe, share and review. It really, really helps people that need to hear this message find us, and I so appreciate it. In the show notes, you'll also find details of how you can work with me and where you can get your mitts on my meditations, products, printables, programs. You can find it through the link in my bio on Instagram, which is my favorite place to hang out. So please do come join me over there at I'm Fran Excel. Tag me in your takeaways, slide into my DMs. I'm here for it. So that's the formalities over, my love. So let's jump to the content. I want to talk to you today about my miracle me mornings. They're a little different to what's out there and potentially more achievable than you might think. They're also less about checking off a list and more about feeling into it. There is so much out there around miracle mornings and 5 a.m. clubs and all of these things with lists of things that you need to do before a certain time or you failed, and it can become overwhelming for people. Then what happens when we're overwhelmed is we do nothing instead. Now, I'm always talking about small incremental changes over trying to totally change something with an all or nothing mentality. Your nervous system needs time to catch up to change and time for it to feel safe to make the changes. We might want to start our day differently because we know that it's going to have an effect on our day, in our week, and our month, etc., etc. But when you have people saying you have to do this and this and this and this and this and this, and there's no other option, of course it's going to feel overwhelming. Now, you've been told you need to do the journaling, the exercise, the meditation, the breath work, the yoga, the reading, all before some crazy time. And it really doesn't need to be overwhelming because we have to think about what it is we're really trying to achieve by doing any of these things. And by doing any of these things in the morning, and then make it fit for you and your life. There's a reason I'm always talking about putting you back into things. Is because when you don't, it makes everything more difficult. Because we read a book or take a program, there can be a mentality that if we don't follow it to the letter, that we won't get the results. And I believe it's about taking what actually works for you and leaving the rest. I've done programs before and paid high ticket for them where the majority just wasn't relevant for me or really wasn't going to work for me. But I might take that one golden nugget that could lead to a huge change, making it all worth it. So, what are my me mornings and how did they come about? So back in January, you might know I had the dreaded COVID, which turned into labyrinthitis and long COVID. It really wasn't the most fun I've ever had, I'll be honest. But there was a big surprising positive that actually stuck because there was enough time to really solidify it as a habit. And it actually showed me how much I could slow down. It completely redefined my days and my mornings. I've always been your kind of stereotypical like high achiever type when I was in corporate in particular, and it definitely followed me into my business. I had the idea that you had to work certain hours and a particular number of hours, and I'd feel a little on edge if I hadn't started work around 9 a.m. To be honest, I liked to be sat at my desk by 8:30. I am an early riser anyway. I do like to get up early and I like to go to bed earlier. But often we don't know something is problematic until we experience the other side of it. That's why it's so important to make the unconscious conscious and approach life with curiosity, because that's where you find all these incremental shifts that can lead to huge changes in your life. Which leads me nicely onto how that one shift has led to a total life change that has been quite simply glorious. So being ill and trying to recover and having no energy, no motivation, no focus, I was forced to adjust. I am a huge believer, particularly because I'm somatically trained in a lot of different areas, in listening to your body and what it needs, which in itself is a skill that can be learned. I certainly had to learn it. What my body needed then was rest, and more flipping rest. So that meant slower mornings for me. So instead of beating myself up when I couldn't get to my desk earlier in the morning, I would aim to start work at about 11. I'd sleep until I woke up. I let go of my alarm. I'd go make a cup of tea, wake up the dog, give him his breakfast, and just really take things that little bit slower. I'd try to stay off my phone until I was getting ready. When I'd listen to a podcast or watch something while doing my makeup. I do use my phone to do my heart math, but it's being intentional about which apps you go into and what you're using them for. So my heart math, obviously I use the breath pacer for that, and it's really lovely to do that first thing in the morning. But then making sure that you don't then go onto Facebook and go onto Instagram and all of that stuff. So, and I would watch stuff on my phone while I was doing my makeup and doing my hair and all of that sort of thing. And I would also have my Lumi lamp on as well to give me that sweet, sweet vitamin D. I went back to the gym because this is the catch-22 that we can get into, right? Like, I need more energy and going to the gym will give me more energy, but I have no energy to go to the gym. It's the same thing with my knees, with my arthritis. I need to go to the gym and I need to do stuff to make my knees better and my knees stronger, but then when I do that, it hurts. So I took it super, super slowly to start with. So things like yoga, swimming, a walk on the treadmill to try and just build up my energy. Now I either work with a personal trainer or I do an hour in the gym, followed by a swim and then the sauna and the steam room, the hot tub, the reward piece of the puzzle to solidifying new habits. And it really has made a profound difference to my life. I'm not in a rush, and I used to rush everywhere. Timekeeping, I am an excellent timekeeper. People being late is one of the worst things you can do to me, but it's really allowed me to relax that. But with this profound difference in my life, it's also increased my focus. It's increased my productivity, even though I'm technically working less hours. Now, the important thing for me to say here is that I absolutely acknowledge my privilege here. Your me morning won't look the same as mine, and it absolutely doesn't have to. I don't have kids, so if you're sitting there thinking, well, that's all right for her, bear with me. I want you to think about what could you do to even have 1% more you time or focus on you every single day. Whether it's in the morning, whether it's in the afternoon. I still do that big list of things, like I do the journaling, I do the heart math, I do the meditation, I do the exercise. All of the things. Not necessarily all in the morning, right? So what could you do to have even 1% more you time or focus on you every day? It might even look like pulling an oracle card or tarot or whatever floats your boat. What is just one thing you could do every day to make you feel at the top of your list, even for a few minutes? Start small and increase that over time. Think about it. If you're always focusing about 1% more every day, where are you going to get to? And if you think of what's one more thing I could do to make me feel at the top of my list? Yeah, it's really not about what my morning looks like. I'm not advocating you take my exact routine or anyone's. Far from it. It's far more about what it stands for and what it wires you for. I was saying in the Positive Pants Toolkit on the monthly call the other day in the membership, I was saying constantly think to yourself, what am I wiring in right now? Yeah. So think about this. What does it stand for? What does the me morning stand for you and your self-esteem? What does it wire you for? For your worthiness, for a life that you actually enjoy living, allowing you to look after yourself and put your self-worth first. You don't have to look very far to see entrepreneurs who have bought into the hustle mentality and are exhausted and burnt out and, quite frankly, in a way worse position than they were when they were in a job. Yeah, that isn't a measure of success. Personally, for me, it's the opposite. So it wires you to respect yourself, to take care of yourself, to listen and respond to your own needs, to believe that you're worth taking care of. This is huge. Take it from someone who had cripplingly low self-worth, cripplingly low self-esteem for most of her life. I've learned this. I've wired myself for this now. And when you start to do it, you might notice an increase in confidence and self-worth. You'll notice your day just goes better. You're able to start your day outside of stress mode, feeling calmer. You might notice your productivity and focus increase, even if you are physically working less time. Now, it's important to say all of the things that are listed previously, the exercise, the journaling, the meditation, etc., they are all hugely important, more than you think they are. But they don't have to be done in the morning, and it needs to be based around you and what you enjoy. Because as an example, if you were raised in a chaotic environment when you were young, it's likely you might find many forms of meditation really, really difficult because your nervous system might be wired for chaos as its baseline for safety. Yeah, it means calm registers as a threat. There are many forms of meditation that will be hugely beneficial to you, like movement meditation, walking meditation, those sorts of things, mindful meditation, but it's trying them out and not trying to force yourself into a box that somebody's told you need to fit in. So allow yourself to try things out and see what fits, and intentionally look for the physiological shifts that occur in the moment, but also over time. Because time has a funny way of bending to our will. Yeah. So if you follow me on Instagram at I'm Fran Excel, if you're not, get over there, get into my DMs. You'll often see me posting stories from the gym, the spa, the manor house where I'm a member. And I can honestly say that investment is the gift that keeps on giving. That is the best thing I've ever spent my money on, physically and mentally. I aim to start proper work at 11, sometimes 12. I will do a couple of bits on my phone in the meantime, like in a chill out moment or whatever. Then I head up to the manor for uninterrupted work time, undistracted, and I get so much more done in 4 to 5 hours there than I would in my whole day at home. And I've spent the whole morning looking after myself, my needs, my health. And plus, I also feel super abundant when I'm there too. So it is a winner all round. So what could your me morning look like? Is it even in the morning? I just encourage you to think about the things that really make a difference in your day. Environment is huge. If you find that you're procrastinating a lot at your desk, see what happens if you shift it up. Yeah. It might be better for you to do certain things as a pick-me-up at lunchtime, or maybe as a de-stress in the evening. Just think about what you're wiring into your brain with the little things that you do in your day. You deserve to have time for yourself. No matter how small that pocket might be, it's still going to wire in that you deserve it, that you are worth it. You deserve to know that you're worth it, my love. So, whatever your me morning might look like, don't compare to anyone else's. Just start to think, what could this look like for me? What if I aim for just 1% better? So if you got value from this and you know in your gut that now is the time to step up and start rewiring your thinking and start changing things for yourself, then join the Positive Pants Toolkit app and community so you can work out what needs to happen to get you from where you're at right now to the action-taking success you know you can be. And if you want my eyes and ears on your problems, then I work with people one-on-one and through my programs. You can find all the details to join the toolkit or book in a call in the show notes, the link in my bio on Instagram, and on my website, franexcel.com. So stop waiting for if and when and choose to change things now, because you can. I'm here to believe in you when you don't believe in yourself. And as always, I hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you next week. Bye.